Hello everyone and welcome here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my pattern, the Beach Baby Bag or the Triple B. What you're going to need for this pattern is a 5mm crochet hook, a weight 3 DK yarn, or if you're using the yarn like I used in this version, you will still need the same 5mm crochet hook. You will also need a pair of scissors and stitch markers. I don't have them with me yet because you don't need them yet. They will come in handy later on in this tutorial. All the yarns and all the materials I use for this pattern will all be linked down below in the description box for your convenience. So without further ado, let's get into this video. To begin, we're going to start with a magic ring or circle, whatever you like to call it. And then we're going to work a total of 4 double crochet clusters into this ring. A double crochet cluster is just 3 double crochets all worked aside each other. So for the first stitch, you can either chain 2, there's already this chain 1 right here, you can chain another one, and that will count as your first double crochet. Or what I like to do, I like to stack 2 single crochets on top of each other. So I'm going to work a single crochet into the ring, and then we have these 2 loops here into the leftmost loop. Going to insert our hook, pick up a loop, pull through, and work another single crochet. And now this is the height of a double crochet. I will have a more in-depth tutorial linked down below in the description box. You don't have to do this, I just feel it makes the seams of our project when we begin and join at the end of every round look a little cleaner, but it is completely optional. So this or the chain 2 at the beginning of the round always counts as your first stitch. So that's 1 double crochet. We're going to work 2 more. And that's 1 double crochet cluster. And like I said earlier, we need to work a total of 4 double crochet clusters. So we're going to chain 3 and then work another double crochet cluster into this ring. So that's 3 double crochets. We now have 2 double crochet clusters. We're gonna chain 3 and work another double crochet cluster. Chain 3 and then make our last double crochet cluster. So now we have a total of 4 double crochet clusters in this ring. We're going to close up the ring by pulling on this tail. And to join our work, we're going to chain 3 and then slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. For round 2, we're going to turn our work and either chain 2 or do the 2 single crochets stacked on top of each other. And in each of these chain spaces, we're going to work a total of 2 double crochet clusters in every corner chain space, separated by a chain 3. So I have 1 double crochet, I need 2 more. That's our first cluster in this chain space. We're going to chain 3 and work another double crochet cluster into the same chain space. Okay, that's our first corner. We're gonna chain 1 to move on to the next chain space, and going to repeat the same thing. 2 double crochet clusters separated by a chain 3. We have 2 corners here, and chain 1 to move on to the next chain space, then work 2 double crochet clusters separated by a chain 3 in the next chain space. All right, we have 1 last chain space, so we're going to chain 1 and repeat the same thing. To finish off this round, we're going to chain 1 and then slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. For round 3, we're going to turn our work and either chain 2 or use the 2 single crochets stacked on top of each other and work into this chain space. So we have 1 double crochet. We're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and work into the next one. We're going to work a double crochet into that next stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, skip this next stitch, and then work 2 double crochet clusters separated by a chain 3 into this chain space. Okay, now after we finished that, we're going to chain 1, skip this next stitch, work 1 double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip this next stitch, and we're going to work into the next chain space. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and when you come to a corner, you're going to work 2 double crochet clusters into the same chain space separated by a chain 3. And you're just going to repeat this process for this like mess stitch round. Every time you skip a stitch, you're going to chain 1, skip the stitch, and then work the double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and for the middle portions of each side, you're going to work into that chain space. Chain 1, skip a stitch, work a double crochet into the next, chain 1, and then work your 2 double crochet clusters separated by a chain 3 into the corners. And I will see you back here when I have finished round 3. To finish off round 3, we're going to chain 1 and then slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. For round 4, we're going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch until the end of the round. So every double crochet stitch counts as a stitch, and every chain 1 stitch counts as a stitch. We're going to work our first stitch into this chain 1 space and work a double crochet into the next stitch. Work a double crochet into the next chain 1 stitch. Work a double crochet into the next stitch, and so on and so forth. When you come to a corner, since there are 3 chains, that means you're going to work 3 double crochets into this chain space. And after your 3 double crochets, you're just going to work 1 double crochet in each chain or stitch that you come across. Again, when you come to a corner space with the chain 3, you're going to work 3 double crochets into that chain space. I'll meet you back here when I have finished round 4. Okay, I'm on my last stitch of round 4. Going to work a double crochet and then slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. You should have 64 stitches at the end of round 4. Now moving on to round 5, turn your work and then work your first stitch, which is a chain 2 or 2 single crochets stacked on top of each other, and we're going to work the mess stitch again. So we're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, and then work a double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, work a double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, work a double crochet into the next. When you come to the corner where you worked those 3 double crochets into that chain space, into that middlemost stitch, you're going to work 2 double crochet clusters separated by a chain 3. Continue chaining 1, skipping a stitch and working 1 double crochet into every other stitch. Again, when you come to a corner where those 3 double crochets are, in the middlemost double crochet, you're going to work 2 double crochet clusters separated by a chain 3. You're just going to repeat this until the end of the round. Okay, I made it to the end of round 5, so I'm just going to chain 1 and then slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. For round 6, it's going to be the same as round 4. So we're going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch and chain space. And when you come to the corners where the chain 3s are, you're going to work 3 double crochets into all of the corner spaces. So make your first stitch, whether it be a chain 2 or the 2 single crochets stacked on top of each other, and then just work 1 double crochet in every stitch and chain space. Again, every time you come to a corner space, you're going to work 3 double crochets into that corner space. Okay, I've come to the end of round 6, and we're just going to slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. At the end of round 6, you should have a total of 96 stitches. Okay, from here on out, we will be doing no more increasing, just working in the round regularly. So for round 7, you're just going to turn your work and then create your first stitch, whether that be the chain 2 or the 2 single crochets stacked on top of each other. And round 7 is the mesh stitch. So you have your first stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, and then work a double crochet into the next. And then chain 1, skip a stitch, work a double crochet into the next. And just continue that all the way around for round 7. And when you come to the corner, since we're not increasing, you're just going to work 1 normal double crochet into that corner stitch. I will meet you back here when I have completed round 7. I've come all the way around, and I'm just going to join by slip stitching into the first stitch of the round. Your work is going to start flipping upwards, and that's perfectly fine. It's because we're not increasing anymore, and you want that to happen. For round 8, we're going to chain 2 or do our stacked single crochet method. After turning our work, we will be working 1 double crochet into every stitch and chain 1 space. Again, there will be no increases, just 1 double crochet in every stitch and chain 1 space. I will see you back here when I have finished round 8. I'm at the end of round 8, and I'm just going to slip stitch to join the round. Now, rounds 9 through 17, you're going to repeat both rounds 7 and 8. So from rounds 9 through 17, you're going to repeat rounds 7 and 8 with no increases. If you're not changing colors, you're going to repeat it until you have 24 rounds total. So you're going to work until you have 17 rounds if you are changing colors, but if you're not changing colors, you're going to work and repeat rounds 7, 8 until you have 24 rounds total. I will be changing colors for this version of the bag to show you, but I will have timestamps down below if you're not changing colors so you can easily skip over that part. I will see you again when I have 17 rounds. I just finished round 17 and we're going to work one more round before changing colors. For round 18, we're just going to turn our work, make our first stitch however you like, and then just work 1 double crochet in every stitch or chain space all the way around. No increases for round 18. I'll see you back here after I have finished round 18. We've made it to the end of round 18, and this is where we're going to change our colors. So if you're changing your color, grab it and make a slip knot. And then we're going to insert our hook like we're about to do a slip stitch. We're gonna grab our new color and make a slip stitch with that instead. So now we're going to be working with this pink yarn. Now we're going to continue just doing what we have been, repeating the same rounds, just alternating between them until we have 24 rounds total. So just continue alternating between this mesh stitch round and this pure double crochet round until you have 24 rounds total. And always turn your work at the beginning of each round. Okay, after you have your 24 rounds, you're good to fasten off. And now we're going to work on the straps. This is where stitch markers will really come in handy. 3 of one color and 1 of another color so you know the beginning of the round. And I'm going to show you how to place these. So from where you fastened off, you're going to count over 12 stitches. And you're going to put your beginning of round marker. Now you're going to count 24 stitches. You're going to count 24 more stitches. And you're going to count 24 more stitches. Now you have all of your stitch markers in place, and it'll make it much easier when we start on the straps. You're going to grab that same yarn and create a slip knot, and we're going to insert our hook to where that first stitch marker is. And then pull this yarn through. chain 1, and work a single crochet into that same stitch. Now we're going to single crochet all the way across until we come to our next marker. And now we're going to chain 70. After you finish your chain, you're going to single crochet where the very next marker is. So you're going to skip all of these stitches and single crochet into where your next stitch marker is. Now you're going to single crochet in each stitch until you come to your next marker. All right, and now we're going to work on our second strap. So we're again going to chain 70. After we have our 70 chains, we're just going to single crochet, not slip stitch, into that first stitch of the round. And that's it for the first round of the straps. We're going to work 4 rounds for the straps total. So that was round 1 for the straps, and we're going to work 3 more. You're just going to continue single crocheting over everything that you just worked. And I'll show you what you do when you come to the straps. When you come to your first strap, you're just going to work 1 single crochet into each chain. Nothing crazy, just 1 single crochet into each chain until the end of your chain. And then after you come to the end of this chain, you're just going to work normal single crochets. And then when you come to the next strap, you're going to do the same thing, work 1 single crochet into each chain until the end of the chain, and then just work 1 single crochet into the first stitch of the round. And then round 3 will be much easier because you won't be working in chains anymore. You'll be working in normal single crochets. So when you come to rounds 3 and 4, you will just work 1 single crochet into each stitch until the end of the round. I just finished 4 rounds for the straps, and this is the only time you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. So I know that it's this stitch right here, and I'm going to slip stitch, and then I'm going to fasten off. And that is it for your beach baby bag. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!